Is it? I'm wearing Gen Z.
A Gen Z dressed millennial. He wore the whole leather Ote, wanted to replicate the
That's
Ote
what it
look.
is, like.
And it looks really good on him, if I may admit.
Thank you very much. I'm a vampire. I don't grow old.
Now so.
Hey.
Now so.
Don't go online to look at what I look like.
People that look young all the time. They act like they're the next Jesus.
That's what's up, like.
But it's okay. Welcome to Let's Be Real, the last lap of the Super Drive Time show, Wednesday, the 7th of May, 2025.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, let's be real. A wise man once said, in every conceivable manner, the family is linked to our past, bridge to our future. It is the foundation from which we grow, the refuge we return to, and the compass that guides us when the world feels uncertain.
Wow.
Family is not just blood, but the people who show up, stand by you, and love you unconditionally. That is the saying of a wise man. And with that, we are saying welcome to Let's Be Real. Let's Be Real borders around family, about everything that revolves around family, children, relation. It could even be the colleague in your office. It could
Your
be
work.
It could be work related,
Mental health.
career related,
Raising kids.
I know. Even intimacy. We talk about everything here without any hiding. We don't shy away from tough conversations right here on Let's Be Real. And yes, there's no football today, so
There's football today. PSG is playing Arsenal.
but it's not as bad as yesterday.
I have no dog in this fight.
Okay.
I have no dog in this fight, but
So
it hurt me really bad. Like after we were 2 goals down, and then I went to watch the game. I didn't leave it until 10 p.m. yesterday because I was watching the game. Barcelona scored 3 goals because I was watching. And the moment I stopped watching, why did I stop watching? It was Moses and Chris, the Cruz, or whatever his name is. It was Chris and Moses. They told me, "Oh, SYB, you've won. Just go home." And then on my way home, they scored the 3rd goal, and then extra time, they now scored
The 4th
another.
one.
Jeez, I was driving and I was checking live score.
It was a destruction. It was a destruction. But thankfully,
dear God.
I believe that most people have moved past the heartbreak.
No, we didn't. It's just that Real Madrid will suffer on. Real Madrid will suffer on Sunday. Is it Saturday or Sunday? The La Liga finals or something.
Hopefully.
Well, we have an eye on El Clasico this weekend.
Oh, you see, conversations. This is not for the love of the game. This is Let's Be Real, okay? And today, as usual, for our usual listeners or for those that are just tuning in for the first time, wondering, okay, what is this show about? We read a story of one person here who is bold enough to say, look, this is what I'm going through.
Yeah.
You guys should help me. Aradugbo, tututi deo.
That's it.
Help me. And
she is full of surprise. Where did that come from?
from my inspiration.
Hey.
Anyone who knows me knows how much I love Portable, but that's by the way. The person sent in a story that is a problem to them, and then of course we swoop in with the help of our family members. We get to prefer a solution to the problem. In fact, we deliberate, we fight, but at the end of the day, we come up with a resolution. And then you can do that by either calling or by sending a WhatsApp message or a text message or sending a voice note, whichever one is more convenient for you. It's an open space you can send in here, because the more you tell us what you think about it, the more the person is able to have a clear understanding of how they can navigate the issue. So you can either call, let's call out our phone lines.
The numbers you could call are 0802-502-7711. You can also call 0802-978-88,003. With that 0802-978-8003. And you could also send a WhatsApp message to 0705-6900927. Don't be shy to put your voice out there. You can send a voice note. Okay?
Yeah, and that WhatsApp message is also a number that you can call as well. 07056-900-927. All right. This person says, "Hi OSYB and Chichi. Hi Let's Be Real family. Please read my story. I'm 30 years old, living in Lagos, and I've been married to my husband for 4 years.
Congratulations.
I am a successful entrepreneur, and I run a thriving fashion brand that has become quite popular here in Lagos. It's not Vicky James Sha.
So don't tell us the name.
It's not Vicky James. Vicky James got married last year now.
Now it seems okay, yeah.
Yeah, my designs are getting recognition, and I've even started exporting to other countries.
Wow.
But lately, things have been rocky in my home because of one thing. My career success is causing tension between me and my husband.
Wow.
My husband is from a very traditional background. He's from a family that values old school values. The man is the head of the house. The woman's primary role is managing the home, raising children, and supporting her husband's ambitions. But I'm a businesswoman. I didn't just marry him to become a housewife. I have worked hard to get to where I am today, and it's not just about the money. It's my identity, my passion, my calling. My husband has always been proud of me, but recently he has started making comments that has left me in a very tough spot. He says things like, "You're becoming too successful and you're forgetting your place as a wife and mother."
Wow.
He says that our culture expects a woman to be submissive and focus on her family, not personal ambitions. Here's where it gets really tough. He has asked me to scale back my business so that I can focus more on the home supporting him.
Say that again.
He wants me to be there every day, not just for the kids, but also for him, to give him more attention and respect. He says that a woman's place is in the home, and no matter how successful I am, my first loyalty should be to him and our family.
Wow.
The cultural expectation is heavy. In his culture and in some parts of the Nigerian society, a wife's success shouldn't overshadow her husband's. He feels embarrassed when people praise me or when my business is mentioned in public. He says it undermines his masculinity and is now questioning my commitment to him and our marriage.
What is wrong with the man?
It has gotten to the point where he says, if you love and respect me, you will stop this business and focus on being the wife I need.
Nope.
He's threatening to stop supporting me emotionally and says he will withdraw financial support if I don't choose the home over my career. I'm torn because I love my husband and I feel like I'm being forced to choose between my passion and success and my role as a wife. The pressure from my family is also growing. My in-laws keep telling me a woman's place is to help her husband and not chase after things that don't honor your husband's position as head of the home. I feel like I'm drowning, losing my identity as a successful woman while trying to maintain a peaceful marriage. What do I do? Do I give up my business to keep the peace and my marriage, or is it okay to fight for my career and my freedom, even if it causes cultural and friction in my home, or should I just walk away for my peace of mind? You see Odogu that say relax, you say no. I want to be maybe because I'm tired of just being an adult. See, if I say Odogu that will tell me,
if I use this phone,
I'll be giving you 5 million every month.
If I use this phone,
I will rest. My identity is money.
If I use this phone,
my identity is money.
If I use this phone, you gonna want me data.
Could just be influencer. Be doing, hi guys. Welcome to the life of welcome to the vlog of a stay-at-home mom with her 2 kids.
I'm wondering what this caller wants to say.
Lounge. You people like work. You people just like work. But jokes aside, don't you think the man has a point in what he's saying?
There's no point in anything.
Wait
that
now,
he has said.
OSYB. Let's have this conversation. Do you think? She says she's a successful businesswoman, and I believe that if you know, you know. Even with the job that I do and some other things about other hustles, sometimes I forget that I have to call someone. Sometimes I see the call, I'm like, oh, I'm going to call back, and then I forget. Now, I want to factor that sometimes, getting
into
very busy.
What the man is saying.
Into marriage, right? And I'm busy, I have a business, I'm doing things. Sometimes I forget that, I'm calling Cook, my husband is, I have to work late because I need to send this clothes to this client in Vietnam. I have to send this clothes to my customer in Canada. And then at some point, my husband will come back and I'm not even around. And when I come back, I'm so tired. I can't even give him the attention that he needs. So yes, I think that to me, that's my opinion, right? I think that there's a point in what the husband is saying. However, where I have a problem is where he's becoming jealous and insecure because she's being praised about her success. But if it's about, hey, at some point you might just need to remember that there's a balance between business and family. Absolutely. That's what I think. So this is my career. While you're doing career, let's not forget that your identity too is your family, your husband, your kids. But I stand to be corrected. So let's hear what other people have to say about
Hello,
this.
good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, good evening. What's your name and where are you calling to Perfume from?
Yeah, Mr. Sorry for yesterday.
Bruh, you just want to make me feel bad. What team do you support, my brother?
This is Mr. Fancy, Red Devil for life.
Oh, so you support Manchester United? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, he is our channel for.
Wait, sorry. What was the last thing you won as a club? Oh, I think. Oh, you signed Cristiano Ronaldo. I remember. Yeah, that's the
You
last
people
thing
should
you
leave
won.
this sports
That's
talk.
the last
Fancy.
thing. That's the last trophy you won.
Fancy.
Wow.
No, that is not the last trophy. We won trophy last year now.
Oh, you won?
FA Cup.
Oh wow, Farmers Cup or something? Is that not the Farmers Cup or the Drinkers Cup or something?
Quality was a trophy. We lifted it.
Do you know what Barcelona has won this season?
Oh,
And what we're winning
SYB and
again?
Fancy, please let's talk about this particular thing on ground. Somebody is listening and needs our help.
Fancy, what's good?
Yes, sir.
You know, football gives we enjoy.
I know it gives people blood. I've noticed.
Exactly. So yes, let's go to the issue on ground.
Mm-hmm.
See, I don't want to play the devil's advocate. If not, I could have played the devil's advocate.
I know you
perfectly
can.
in this situation. Understand? But you have said it all. There should be balance. You know, most of these success-driven women, career women, they forget their home and they chase the money. Most especially even the children. And that is why we are having some kind of children behaving somehow in the society today. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So you know your husband. You know the kind of person you got married to. You should understand the kind of person you're getting into before you start to say, okay, let me chase my career.
Yeah.
You know his attitude and everything about him. So it's for you now to match up to that energy.
But do you think that the husband being jealous? I wouldn't use the word jealous. The husband, having cringing, right, at the part when she gets compliments.
Yeah.
And kind of a little uncomfortable when people give her praises outside about her business. Do you think that isn't a problem?
Yeah, I can see some sense of jealousy, insecurity, and it's not being fair. You understand? Telling your wife to stop what is giving her money is as if maybe you want to ride over her, get hold of the everything, like you want to be.
You want to cripple her.
Over her. Yes, you want your say to be the all and all in the family, which is not good.
Yeah.
You understand? That is form of, can I say, domestic abuse, financial abuse. You understand? Because you want her to be under you. Anything you want, she will come to you that, I need this thing. Then you have that ego over her, which is not good. You understand? So for me, as a wife, you have a conversation with your husband. Darling, you said I should stop this thing. I can. This is what gives me joy. And this is okay, what do you want me to do? Let's have a conversation. Yes, I will draw some kind of balance. Okay, if it is not focusing, if I'm putting 100% energy into my business before, I'm going to reduce it to 50. Maybe I have some staff to manage it. And if your husband is not seeing reason with you, I'm not saying you should leave your business and do your husband's bidding, because if you do that, you're going to suffer. What if tomorrow the man wake up and say, I'm not going to marry you again? Let's divorce. What
Okay.
to be left with?
Thank you very much, brother. We appreciate you.
All right.
And we thank you for your call.
All right. Thank you so much, Fancy, for
Now,
that.
there are a couple more messages that are coming in, but we need to go on this quick timeout. When we come back, of course, we will be having the conversation in full. Stay tuned.
Once in a while, an exceptional talent arises to take the comedic scenery to another level. Bird in the southeast, Birds in the south-south, and now in the southwest. Lagos, are you ready? As MC Monica presents Who is Chisom? Get ready for a night of rib-cracking, jaw-breaking comedy featuring the best of the comic and music world. Performing live, AY, Kenny Black, MC Shakara, MC...
Oh no, you must, because I feel like it's a song, especially the part where he says that I'm looking for Odoziako, not Oriako. So in case you're not Igbo, let me explain. Odoziako means someone who gathers and builds. Who gathers and builds. While Oriako is someone who chops.
Scatter.
No, not be scatter. Oriako. It's also like an endearing word.
Yeah.
But if you want to just oppose the two, Odoziako, someone that arranges with Oriako, someone that can come and chop. Well, this woman in question who sent us a message is saying, hey, I'm 30 years old. I've been married for 4 years. My husband is an amazing man. But here's the problem.
I disagree that her husband is an amazing man. I'm sorry that I'm describing it that
Here's
way.
the problem, right? She has a thriving business. The business has scaled up over time. She's been making lots of money. She's beginning to get clients abroad, and she's beginning to be recognized out there. In fact, she's now sought after, right?
Yeah.
The husband at first was supporting the business. He was a huge supporter. But a problem has come in. He's beginning to feel like, look, this business is taking much of your time. This business is, you are beginning to be too big. In easy terms, you have now become too big for me, and it's affecting my masculinity.
I can no longer control you.
My masculinity is being threatened. I am a traditional man, and where I come from, no, women don't go this far. So look, focus on me, focus on the children.
So
I need your loyalty, I need your attention, I need your respect. And he's saying, scale back on your business so you can focus more on your kids. If not, and then another problem that she highlighted in the story that she sent was that in public, when she's being complimented for her business, the husband is a bit insecure. You know, he's not really like, he's not there to say, oh, that's my woman, that's my wife. He doesn't do any of that stuff. And it's beginning to affect, even the family is beginning to speak. The in-laws are from a place where women have to taper down.
Subservient.
They have to taper down and in quote unquote submissive. Because when you have money, you are not submissive.
I don't think that's submission. I think that's manipulation, by the way.
Well,
and let me say this to you.
The woman is saying right now, the woman is saying, look, should I follow my husband's instructions and do this thing? Or should I just, my business is my identity. Should I just focus on my identity? Or should I just walk away for my peace of mind?
I'm not asking you to walk away. But I'm telling you not to make yourself smaller.
That statement is the fear of every man. You know, when women don't get money like this, it's not if a woman is staying in that marriage because she most people are in marriages that they do not like because they do not have the finances to step out. So men
really
yes, so women, the reason why they have not left is, how will my children eat?
Really?
How will I go? I do not really like bringing up things.
They always they know people. Now you the time they always they know people.
You see what I just said? I don't like raising things like that, but this is what I have seen personally, multiple occasions. I know 2-3 people that are in their marriages right now, friends of mine, not because they are having the best time, but because if I go, I have 3 kids, I have 4 kids. Who is going to take care of them? One of them has never worked since he graduated. We all went to school together.
Why didn't she work? Because
as soon as she got into the marriage after school, she started birthing kids. Wow. And if you know, once you start having kids, it's already you start saying, oh, let me focus on my kids. Especially when the husband is doing the providing. Before you know, you're pregnant for another one. And before you know, you realize that I have 3 kids. I do not have a job experience.
That's very unintelligent, by the way.
Easier said than done. You do not have the sole responsibility. You are here. You are here now.
Yeah.
If you have 2 kids or 3 kids, who will take care of the 3? Who is the sole caretaker? I'm not saying provider. Who is the sole caretaker of kids? Typically in marriages.
There's no typicality in that conversation, by the way.
Oh God. OSIB, now you're lying.
I'm not lying.
Now you're lying and you're playing the mind game.
Let's be honest.
Okay, the guy in front of me right now, right? You just have to shake your head or nod your head. If someone has kids, who is the sole caretaker most of the time? It's the woman. The woman bears most of the responsibility of taking care of the children.
Who?
We literally had a post that went viral the other day of Solomon Bucci coming out to say that
is Solomon Bucci?
Should take
by what standard?
When a woman should take years off their career, and they were coming for him. And he said because the child, their right lobe of their brain, it functions in a way that they need maternal care. And he was bringing out quotes and quotes, and people were saying yes. So most women, not most,
you have experiences
right now because
if I name my experiences now, you know what will follow this conversation.
You are cooking up tales.
I'm not cooking up tales.
It's a lie.
Because you have your side to whatever. Congratulations.
It's a lie.
Let me say this to you, by the way. Like, see, this conversation around women should be the sole caretakers of
I'm
the
not
kids.
saying women should. I'm saying
Or-
what is obtainable.
In what world?
OSIB. Who you know, pastor you they grew up, your papa or your mama?
My sisters and my brothers.
Oh Jesus, OSYB. Now why they do the way we
My mom came home later than my dad ever would. My mom was an accountant. My dad was an accountant. My mom. Now my mama era then start Saturday banking. Wait,
in the UK,
now you go ask question,
even in the
and
UK,
I want answer you now. You want counter up.
Women.
These are not standards.
Hello.
You know, go let me talk. You dey take call.
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening. Oh.
Good evening, oh.
Good evening, Miss Chichi. Good evening.
OSYB.
OSYB.
Yeah. So what's your name and where you calling from?
Her name is Princess.
It's Princess. OSYB. How did you know?
I listened to you on Kenny Cold. Like I know you're a Kenny Cold lover, so.
Oh. Yeah. I'm Princess from First Stack.
All right,
hi,
Princess. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
So, this stuff. Number one, I feel the lady, like the woman in question, is not paying full attention to her family. That's why her husband is reacting that way. I think so. And for the parts, the husband the woman said the husband is jealous. If I can sense jealousy and insecurity there now. Yeah, because if he trusts his wife, he's not supposed to be insecure.
Mm-hmm.
So two of them should just they should discuss with each other, sit and talk, and discuss how they can manage the home, and also the woman should manage her business. This man should not tell the woman to stop her business now.
Thank you very much,
fair.
Princess. It doesn't make any kind of sense. Thank you very much, Princess.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
So let's talk about this. I feel like, see, if you're ever going to get to the place where you're going to be asking your spouse to be smaller because it makes you feel bigger or it meets your need and whatsoever, yes, I understand that a person could be busy enough and probably enough attention to their family. But it's not just the fact that she's not paying attention to the family. It's the fact that it's starting to compete. It's starting to make you feel like you are not the lead. And the truth is, it should be the glory of any man or woman that their spouse is doing well. As far as the person is not disrespecting you or belittling your place.
Well, disrespect doesn't have to be spoken.
Has she disrespected him in any way?
Okay.
Her success is just so glaring.
Okay.
Me, that my aspiration is to become Uncle Madam one day. I'm looking forward to the day when my wife will be big enough.
I feel like it's a Yoruba thing.
Congratulations to the Yoruba people that you want to talk about.
Uncle
Madam. Like, my wife is so rich and then
will never.
Congratulations to you, man. But
Hello?
make she get money, make me spend the money.
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening.
What's your name and where are you calling us from?
We're well, thank you.
For this issue tonight, I think it's a two-way thing.
Okay.
Right. The woman is at fault to an extent. You know, you are hearing from one side now. By the time the other husband speaks now, you hear a different version of the story.
Yeah, possibly.
You know, for me, the man should count himself lucky that you have a woman who is working, you have somebody who has to support you and all that. If, for example, people like us that, you know what the rent is in Lekki, where, you know, at the end of the year you pay rent. In 3 months, you pay over $1,500,000 for school fees. In another month, for groceries, for feeding a month.
And service charge and all those other things.
Service charge and all those other things, you know.
Yeah.
So he should count himself lucky, right?
It's a blessing.
But the woman too, you know, most times women are easily carried away. You know, at times you need to understand, we are Africans, we have culture, we have tradition. We can't take that away from us. Respect that as a woman. Where I fault the husband again is the fact that he's becoming jealous when people compliment the wife.
Yeah.
You know, that is a sense of jealous, which is very bad. And no things like this breeds a lot of problem in the home. Before you know it aggregates to a lot of things, and before you know, the home is broken.
Yeah.
So I think they need to strike a balance, both of them. That's very important. They need to strike a balance. So that's all I have to say tonight.
All right, thank you
so
very
much.
Shola.
Appreciate you.
Shola, you're very much appreciated. That's Mr. Steven.
Hello, good evening.
How do you know it's Mr.
Steven? We can smell it.
Good evening.
Good evening.
How's the entire family? I'm sure you're all listening.
We're almost at home, shower. All of us are still in the car, yes.
Okay.
So the topic is very nice. I think if I'm the one that should be killing goats every time that my wife is doing very well.
Hallelujah.
Mr. Steven is such a supportive man.
Yes, now.
Kill goat and start eating very well. Because, like the last caller said, people that suffer only them don't know what the woman that is.
Maybe we had somebody yesterday complain about that.
Yes, sir. Why would a woman break him head up? Though, let me tell you the truth. That man allowed the family to interfere. That is the problem now.
First thing, yeah.
What I'm seeing there is the family started talking bad against the woman and making money. And started bringing those things to the man's ear. And the man started thinking twice.
Like I said.
If he stopped that woman from making that money, and something happened to the man, who will raise each other?
Oh, if I talk like that, Chichi will say, stop thinking of the worst.
Who will now bring back the other person? But if the woman look at it, she can get somebody to help her at home. Because I know about all this brand of a thing. You can put so much. Then when you see it booming, somebody will not tell you to calm down. That marriage is shaking, the woman may not even succumb to that.
Yeah.
The woman may not. And me, I would advise my sister to leave that thing and come back because of the husband. Balance the two. The husband should back the woman will also back the husband, and then build it together. So the family will not interfere on the woman progress, because sometimes it's family that is the problem, not the man. They want to poison the man's mind so that they will come back and start having issues. When something goes wrong, all the family will disappear.
Yeah.
The man will start suffering it on his own. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Steven.
Thank you so much, Mr. Steven, for your take on that.
Now, I want to respond to what Mr. Steven just said. Thank you very much for at least being this objective and talking about this in this light. I want to say this, that, see, first of all, the man probably isn't saying these things as he's from himself. Probably family has gotten into the cracks and they are trying to use whatsoever to get into this conversation. But then, madam, if you're listening right now, my dear sister, thanks for being so bold to send us this message.
Are we already jumping into advice?
Let me just tell her first, this one, before it skips my mind. Madam,
okay,
I don't think you should shrink yourself to make anybody feel bigger. In fact, if he has been so supportive, your success is largely because you have a supportive spouse. They always say this thing that behind every successful whatsoever is a woman. But then if a woman is successful as a married woman and she's doing so much like you've been able to do, it's because your husband has been supportive. If he's been that supportive spouse so far, why is he suddenly losing his steam? I'm thinking we should even address the fact that maybe people from the outside are starting to enter into the cracks. And that's where you need to fix, to let your husband see that your success is his success, your win is his win. And you are even successful enough that he's seen everything you are doing and the support. But where you need to now strike a balance is in your home, to see how you are fixing things and also meeting the needs here and there. And probably where you need help, discuss it with him and see how you can work around those things. But you see this conversation, if it's now getting to the point where Baba is starting to, maybe really, really want to stay on it, I don't think you should make yourself smaller. That's just where I'm going to leave it.
What do you mean? You just ended it. I don't think you should make yourself smaller.
Yeah.
Say what you want her to do.
She won't make herself smaller now. We never reach advice now. Shebi, you still won't talk.
Okay. Anyways, the number to call is 07056900927. What do you think this lady in question what do you think she should do in this case? Well, coming out to say, look, I think that I'm a traditional man. You know who you married. You know who you married at the end of the day. You know his weak spots. You've been married to him for 4 years. You said he's an amazing husband, right? He was initially very supportive, and now he's beginning to voice out to say, look, it's beginning to affect you. I need more attention. I need more loyalty. I need more submission. Absolutely. But you married that man. So at the end of the day, you are the one that will decide. You know that me at the end of the day, I'm still saying that you people are seeing Odogu, but no, it's not that one. You people, voila. Good evening, wonderful family. Yesterday was mine and my twin sister's birthday. Yay, Ejima, true love. That's true.
He didn't send us a message.
And he even sent a voice note yesterday.
Wow.
You did. Happy
birthday, brother.
Happy birthday to you and your twin sister.
Yeah.
Well, he says, the problem of that man is inferiority and insecurity. It's against the law for your husband to stop a wife from working.
Serious manipulation.
Now, any visionary man can't stop the wife from doing a job she wants to do, unless it's a dirty job that's bringing stress, or the job is making the woman not to respect the husband. If the job takes much of the woman's time, let them. The husband should know that if the name of the business is rising, that means it also means that the name of the husband is rising as well, unless the wealth is entering the woman's head. Now, Poster, listen. I can't tell you how to live your home, but make sure you balance your home and your business. Make the business take the business as secondary, and your domestic home as the primary. Take time and discuss with your husband and know what the problem is and discuss how to solve it. Husband, if you stop your wife from doing anything, discuss with her how much you'll be giving her for savings. Before you stop your wife from working, think of tomorrow, her liberty, freedom, and what if some unforeseen problem happens? Where will you fall back? How will the home continue without the crack being shown? Think about all this. Thank you so much, Ejima True Love, for your take on this.
Big shout out to you, Ejima True Love.
Very, 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 very interesting take. Well, we have a voice note, so let's just quickly play that.
Hello, my name is Elijah. I'm calling from Papa. I believe the man wasn't like this when she started the business. Take note, if she's not playing the role she's supposed to play, giving full attention to the family. Now, on the outside, she looks successful. She's been praised outside, but inside is something else. The man will feel jealous about it because you're not playing the role. You're not making him feel comfortable, feel happy. So I don't think that the man feels jealous, but you should just find a balance, having time for our businesses and having time for the family. Just create a balance between the old issues. I believe man will understand it. Yeah, thanks.
Okay.
Right, thank you so much. I don't know. And then let's not forget the part of the part where she says that the cultural expectation is heavy because in his culture, a wife's success shouldn't overshadow the husband's. So you should.
Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
This is Esther from Solar.
Esther.
What's good, Esther?
Good evening. How are you guys? How's work?
Fine,
doing well. Thanks for asking.
Okay. I didn't really get the story. I just came in, so I don't know. But I heard some people said you should balance the business with the family.
This woman is very, very successful. She's doing well. But the husband is saying that he's beginning to take too much of her time, and that he's saying you're becoming too successful. You're forgetting your place as a wife and mother. And his culture expects a woman to be submissive and focus on her family and not personal ambitions. So the husband wants her to scale back and focus more on being the wife that he needs. And he's threatening to stop supporting her emotionally. And he's even saying he's going to withdraw financial support if she doesn't choose her home over her career. If she doesn't choose her home over her career. Yeah.
Okay, is she not doing well at home? She not taking care of the house? I don't, because even this evening I went to make my hair. So the hairdresser that is making my hair, because I was supposed to make my hair on Monday, she was not around. So she now came back today. She said her husband beat her up.
Oh wow.
Yes, that was on Sunday because she was in the shop till 10:30 to 11. There was customer that she was attending to. When she gets home, her husband beat her up. She said she has gotten married to this man for 13 good years. This man has not given her 1 naira to buy clothes for herself. She's the one that is doing the hustling to take care of herself. Even the soap. Can you believe your own husband, the soap, your husband will buy soap and tell you cannot use that of the soap. Even the toothpaste.
Wow.
She says she has her own toothpaste.
Real.
She has her own soap. The only thing that the husband will do will buy soap for the children and him and tell the wife that I cannot buy your soap after all you are working. Can you see that?
Wow.
What is that? She was explaining things to me this evening. I say, should I leave this marriage be? See, I don't know. You don't see, even I do say it. My pastor will say, if your whole wife get money, you don't follow and enjoy them, you just suffer yourself. You should be happy for your wife.
Yeah.
I know it's not easy. Like, okay, you might say, okay, this business is taking time. The time that my wife's supposed to have for me and all those. So you guys, you just need to discuss it. To sit down and okay, this is what you want. This is how you want it. And you can't just tell me to stop working. I can't accept it. It's not possible.
It's better. Yes, it's not possible. You will come to my son, you come to vet. You understand? Okay, look at this woman now. She was explaining things to me. This man beat this woman up. Because of what? She was hustling for herself. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, in the house, you're not doing anything. You're not giving this woman money for anything. She's working and hustling for herself. Even in the shop, you cannot even give her 20,000 to say, okay, add to your shop this thing. No. See, this life, I don't understand. Some men, they will have opportunity, they will start complaining. No, thank you, Jared.
Thank you very much, Esther. I appreciate you.
I mean, this case is even a very, very sad one because you're not even. I should do a vlog. Come with me as a mother of 4.
Yeah.
As a mother of 4, preparing our children for school. 4 a.m. shall set ring light. Shall set. If the husband wakes up, he will look at the camera. He will wave at the camera and continue. But we know that there's some women that they will not. The fact, woe betide them if they set a camera in the house to say, I want to start content.
Yeah.
Content. Which content? You want to put me out there?
I want to say something.
You know.
Though.
So at the end of the day, right? I just think that I will say what I said earlier. You married this man, and you mentioned something at the beginning. He was supportive of what I was doing at first. But as you started scaling up, started getting international recognition, started doing your business, I'm sure you became busier.
Yeah.
So what went wrong? I think you need to go back to the drawing board to figure out, is there something that I'm doing now that, okay, that he might not just be comfortable with? Because I think that your husband has started, maybe he has started talking about it before, like, it is quite too busy. It wasn't my time. Actually, I want to eat this one now. You say, honey, manage noodles. Or this one, you say, I beg. So person. Maybe when was the last time you actually cooked for him?
Well,
when was the last time you actually satisfied him?
In bed. Okay.
You know, when was the last time you not say, oh, I'm so busy? Or maybe you say, I will do it today, and you not do it today. When was the last time that maybe you paid a visit because maybe you had a customer's order to fulfill? I understand that, yes, your career is picking up. Not every partner would follow you every step of that way in that journey. A lot of successful women that you see out there that are big names in society, if they tell you their story that at first my husband was not supportive of it, would you believe it? You wouldn't believe it. But at the end of the day, you married this man. You know him better. You have to go to the drawing board to figure out where you are going wrong. And then because that seed has already been in your husband's head, I feel like outside noise also watered that seed.
Yeah.
Because she said her in-laws too, she's from a family, and they said, television program. I saw that she was on one podcast like that.
Yeah.
And then they're beginning to whisper in his ears, and he's beginning to take that quite seriously. So you just need to find out the man that you married that was initially supportive of your success. And why is he making those comments now? I think when you go to that drawing board and figure it out, then you know the next possible step forward.
Well, I'm thinking maybe dialogue, like you're saying right now, can actually help them work around all of this. Because, yes, dialogue is necessary to understand where things went wrong, where you may have neglected or fallen short in what he expects you to do, you know? Because I don't want to say the duties of a woman, because what are the duties of a woman? If we're going to speak in that light, but you know, to find out what your husband desires that you've not been able to deliver on, because these are some of the conversations that then maybe when you find a balance and you find that middle ground, you would be able to circumvent this very, very dicey waters. But I want to say that yes, violence is not the key. You asked a question. You said, "What should you do? Should you walk away?" Well, maybe not walking away don't walk away from this, because, like you said, this man supported, gave you all, and did everything. And maybe because something has grieved him, something that he expects not to speak about, has really, really, grieved him, and he's starting to feel like why have I become second fiddle?
I know fully well that he's a traditional man. You know one thing about traditional men, they have fragile egos.
Yeah.
Have you said something? Have you said something?
Or have you dismissed a demand? In front of people that you shouldn't have, and he has struck a wrong nerve. So you might want to do that investigation.
Did you do Happy Father's Day?
Or things like that?
Or to the best husband in the world?
Or my king?
Or his birthday, you forgot. because we are fulfilling a customer's order. To an extent, I'm not even making a case for this man. I'm not here saying, no, it's possible that there's still also a strong possibility that you're not doing anything wrong.
Yeah.
And he just became jealous.
Basically.
Right? Yeah, but at the end of the day, he's your husband, right?
And the truth is, as much as, and I want to say this, that as much as we expect this woman to understand the kind of man she married, I think the man should also understand that he married an ambitious woman who would just keep going and going and going. And thank God that this is a woman that understands that her husband is a huge contributor to her success, because somehow the fact that he has done all that he did in the past contributed to you being able to go this far. So don't lose that in the mix. That's just what I'm going to say right now.
All right. Well, the caller is 07056 900 927 07056 900 927. Well, while the show is going on, Ejima True Love, who is one of our avid listeners and is also a very good interactor here, is saying that he needs the services of 2 female nurses somewhere in Agor Palace or Kota. So if you are interested in this job, I think it's his job, because he's sending it with his own number. He's saying you should send your CV, but I wouldn't put his number out.
Won't put his number out, yeah.
So if you're interested, if you know any nurse around Agor Palace, he said the pay is 100,000 plus. Then you also have health and transport allowance and everyday lunch and accommodation.
So what we're going to ask you to do is to send a
you can
message.
indicate
right now
that you like the job. Then you can send your CV on our WhatsApp number, and then we can send the CV to him.
Yeah. So do that like as soon as possible, so we could do this right now, because of course we don't want to lose the message in the pile.
Yeah, we don't want to lose the message, and maybe send us a reminder tomorrow as well, maybe earlier on the show, and we can put it out there. So but yes, 2 female nurses, not auxiliary nurse. Because funny, I'm digressing. This is Nurses Week, and there's this whole drama about some nurses coming out to say that auxiliary nurses are not nurses.
Really? What are
Yes, auxiliary nurses are like health assistants. You are not a certified nurse. You did not go to
but you've
school.
been around the profession long enough.
The profession long enough. You are near a doctor. So because of that, just like saying a chemist is a pharmacist.
Oh, nah,
a chemist is not a pharmacist, right?
Oh, wow.
Someone that opened a chemist shop.
A drugstore.
It's not Ducky.
We went to get drugs earlier at a particular place, and we talked about the fact that they collected the prescription because of the nature of the drugs. It's not over-the-counter drugs.
Nurse has been around injections and for so long that, they feel like they can do the job. Like someone that learned how to do nails suddenly becomes a nail tech. That can be done. Someone that learned how to do barb hair suddenly is not a barber. Yeah. So those ones now, when you stay around nurses and doctors,
but because of the certification and everything that they have,
you don't have any of that. So I don't think he's asking for auxiliary nurses. He's asking for nurses, female nurses around Agor Palace.
So if
tell somebody that knows somebody that is looking for a job.
So if you're interested, so that we could still access these messages once you send them. So if you like, you could actually send your CVs on the Super FM Drive Time group. So send a text message right now to 0705 WhatsApp message right now to 0705 69000927. Send that message right now to 0705 69000927. Say I'm interested in this job. We'll add you to the WhatsApp group, and then we can do the link up from there.
Exactly.
So that we're sure that we can actually do the link up if we're no longer in the studio and you do send your message. So please,
yes, so that we can be able to catch that, because once we leave the studio, there'll be a lot more, except they call our attention to is when we come back on the show.
Yeah, tomorrow
by 4 p.m. But
so
please, in this matter, I just think that you, from the beginning,
wisdom is profitable to direct.
You've answered it from the beginning. You married a traditional man, and the truth is that there are actually a lot of men there who still believe that I don't believe my wife has to work. I'm the man. I'm the provider. And then when they now finally allow you to say, okay, go ahead. Did you guys even have any negotiation at the beginning stage?
Did you talk about it?
Yeah. Right? So he loves you. He wants the best for his family. He also still wants his pride to be salvaged. He still wants that's what's the word? That toxic masculinity and that toxic ego. So whatever it is, right? You've been married to him for 4 years. You know how to catch him. You know his mumu button. So what is it? If you can even, I'm sorry I'm actually saying this, but if it means having to lie that you're scaling back on the business and then put in other hands, I'm sorry. There are sometimes you just need to take some drastic steps, even if it means you have to lie and then employ
But
more
if he
hands.
finds out and it's
So that
just create more time. Find a way to create more time.
right, but you don't have to tell him that, oh, I'm scared, I will not agree, I shall not agree. In the book of this one, that one, in the law of
No, don't. It's not going to be.
there are
a fight.
several ways to belly cat.
Well,
There are several ways to
chaos
belly
and
cat.
violence will not get you anywhere.
Sometimes it's not when he now sees that you have opened that shop somewhere, maybe at that branch in Abuja or something. He now realizes and you had been satisfied.
And one thing is, the
present.
next time you are going for an interview or a podcast, one thing that I heard a smart woman say once was like, everything I've done, I owe it to my husband. Thank you so much for allowing me to do this. Thank you so much for doing this. Give him the
accolades.
Let the family members that are calling him behind to say you are this and that. Let them hear you saying it that this wouldn't have been possible. It's because I married the most amazing man on the planet.
Supportive husband,
in fact,
supportive father.
Grammy stages, what's it called? Grammy Award people, you hear them. Katy Perry was saying it at I think it was the MTV Music Awards last year. She talked about the fact that her husband was the reason she could do everything, and the funny thing is that her husband was even the one presenting the award. But I don't think I've heard her say that so much about her husband. Like, thank you so much for staying with the kids. Thank you so much for supervising the nannies. Thank you so much for paying that much attention and letting me fly and live this life.
Exactly.
So as much as possible.
So as much as possible, just try to always appreciate him.
Yeah.
And don't make him look small. Because at the end of the day, it's possible that he's not being seen.
He's got a big ego.
Yeah, so it's possible that he's not being seen.
But he's got a tiny D.
He has a very fragile ego. So what you have to do is to
I'm a monster.
let him cook.
Let him cook.
Let him cook.
Not put him in the kitchen, but just let him cook.
Just let him cook, right?
Okay, so Kenny Code is in the building and he has a smirk on his face.
I'm just laughing at you, like
because I said he has a huge ego and a small dick.
No, not just that, but
Capital
the
letter
dynamics
D,
of this
small
marriage of
letter
a thing,
D.
it's so
I
crazy.
can't
It's
tire.
Baba, there are a lot of men that are threatened,
Yeah,
that
threatened
are
by their
undermined or
wife's
threatened by their
success.
wife's successes
Yeah,
or their
yeah.
girlfriend's successes.
Yeah, true.
So-
True. Sometimes your lady might actually be getting it more than you. Like, she might be getting the money, getting the accolades and everything more than you. I mean,
Just be happy for yourself.
easier said than done.
Easier said than
Baba.
done.
Let's be real.
If
Easier said
you
than
know
done.
that your wife
Easier
can
said
actually
than
walk
done.
away, that she does not really
Exactly.
need you. Hey!
Once a man now feels like, the chances of my
I
wife
don't know
leaving me
something
based
and
on
he
one
was
or
like, no. I said some men do this.
Do you know my dream? To become Okomada. She said it's Yoruba man. See, let me tell you something. I spend money now.
An Igbo man will rather choose
Congratulations.
sand.
Yeah, true.
Mr. Stephen called.
Chukudi will not allow her to
Calm down, bro.
Or Chima.
Bro. Mr. Stephen said he will be celebrating every day. Is that not an Igbo man? When he called. But let me say this to you.
It's real.
Congratulations. It's real. Congratulations. He get money and he still say wife said get money, they rejoice. See, if I go get money, I get money, by the way. And my wife eventually call me baller.
Yeah.
But many people they talk say na Okomada me and I dey
go
go
so.
so.
You know they cost Femi.
Me, I for don't like be the male version of first lady.
No,
I
they
for
call
don't
Femi
mind
Mr.
though.
Baba, let me tell you something. Do you know that when I was dating my wife,
Mm.
she said she studied political science.
Yeah.
Even though she's into early childhood education and that's
Yeah.
what she loves to do right now. My wife they do trainings for people for France and everywhere. People they call them virtual trainings where we say she go stand, they talk, I go they proud, I go they happy say see my wife. Bro, she tell me when we did date that time.
Yeah.
When she just be undergraduate to say, my dream is to one day become the president of Nigeria. So when I'm going for these parliamentary meetings, you'll be sitting with the first ladies. Bro, that thing when she talk na joke. But bro, she go do am.
I feel that.
So if I'm not prepared for a successful woman, why marry one?
Why'd you marry one? Yeah.
If you want a little woman, why not just go get a chick somewhere that you can control?
And this is why I always ask love guys on my show whenever it's a fresh prince, I'm single, I don't know why I'm single. I always ask them, why do you want to get in a relationship? Most of them don't know why. That's the crazy part. This shit.
What's it called? This table more not just shake up.
Something when I don't shake finish.
I don't tell you.
We don't scatter the table.
You don't.
She don't tell me say na Yoruba man sickness be your madam.
Because I know for a fact. Because I know for a fact
Make
that
I dey house.
man, no matter that money where you get rich.
She's actually right though. She's actually right.
I dey make my money and she can't get money past me. Baba, Oko madam.
Or a Delta my Irobo man.
They play.
Irobo man, I'm not sure.
Baba, if you have a successful woman in your life, you tell her not to be successful.
God forbid. No.
Baba, you go enjoy the money plus the one where you self get.
You dey wine?
If I influence go carry you enter certain places,
You dey wine?
You go happy say see what my wife influence.
When it comes to what do you bring to the table, please, if my wife can bring that kind of
Make she
connection
carry
and influence,
the table.
please bring
the
whole
table.
Be the table, baby.
I'm not a lazy man.
Baby, be the table.
What I will not be is a lazy man.
Facts.
What I will be is not a man that squanders his wife's wealth.
Facts, that's right.
But see, Oko Madam to the max. What is your future ambition, Oko Madam? Make she tell me say. See, the first day me and my wife come out, she just collect one kind huge salary that time. We can't come out, we can't dim all. And I tell Simo we come out. We can't reach. As I won't pay for tickets and everything, I will just say, baby, I got you, bro. If you see the way, if you see the kind,
I'm not gonna lie,
if you see the kind,
that
you see
stuff,
the kind,
yeah.
You see the kind bone wife that day.
Can you imagine?
Hey,
No worry.
God. What do you have for us?
Woman Crush Wednesday. I'm coming to the ladies. And I love the fact you people talked about this kind of conversation.
Wow.
So my own conversation is like this: can a woman truly find happiness without a man?
Yes.
Think about it deeply. No, say yes, you woman.
If that woman has enough money,
Well, money can't buy a lot.
friends, can afford trips.
No. Hold on. Land.
With
You can find happiness. See, the happiness will overflow.
What did that?
Are you guys just
See, let me tell you something. If she finds your husband, she could tell your husband, say, "Love me, I'll give you $1 million." He will love her. She will find the happiness. They play.
See,
oh my God,
it's shocking. It's actually very shocking.
Yeah,
but women need men. In fact, they go to say women don't need men.
I'm telling you for free. Not all women need men. Some women just need kids.
Just want children. Offspring.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah,
offspring.
They don't have strength.
So they could.
They don't have strength for the XY chromosome.
But the truth is,
just want, once they have to. I have a friend. It's only though that one 50 days. She 50 change her mind.
You understand?
You know, like Hill says, sometimes love comes.
That's
the way talk pass. But the way that girl they go, she's almost hitting 40. I will not be surprised if I see pregnancy. What am I even saying? I know somebody now. She's living in Rwanda.
Yeah. Pregnancy, but no wedding band.
I interviewed her myself 4 years ago. She said, I don't want a man.
Okay.
I was surprised. 2 years later, she got pregnant. She has a daughter. And you see that child, she's okay. When I had a conversation with her on Instagram, she was like, girl, ask her about her. I don't have time for that gender.
But you know the interesting
my
thing?
child is okay for me.
You know
I
what
work
happened?
for her and I exist for her, and that's okay.
The day where her daughter get boyfriend, she go remember say she wants a man.
If the child
in the old age,
which old age?
Companionship. Let me tell you something.
I'm thinking ahead.
My father died in
Companionship.
2004. My mother is still alive. She has children.
Now.
What do you think? Does she have companions?
She has children.
Companionship.
So if you don't lose your partner,
wait, you know whether your mom see gets wait. This thing I want to talk. You know whether mom see get one boyfriend.
My mother doesn't have any.
A shaman which they fully
doesn't
talk.
have any.
Man, that's nice, man.
Okay.
She's 70.
Companionship in old age is one thing that a lot of people look out for.
Shout out to Mama though. Okay.
Big shout out to y'all, man.
See, look, at the end
But
of the day,
can a woman find happiness without a man? Yes.
Companionship is very overrated.
To a point.
You know when they say companionship at old age?
Yeah.
Very overrated.
They
Even
play.
my uncle that passed
They
last
play.
year, maybe 2 years ago.
Yeah.
He was separated from his wife for like 30 years.
They
were never living together.
Do you know what he
and
went
he
through?
never got married again. That my uncle was an enjoyment minister. He would travel to different countries. He will go. Once he has his pack of this thing. Once he has his pack
If
of
he did,
no. But what I'm saying
when
is
he day alone, he go remember saying day alone.
Baba, he lived a full life.
Same thing with
I
women,
heard
ladies,
that
I
when he
think.
was passing, right?
Yeah.
He told his daughter, he said, I have lived a full life. I have my kids. And I'm okay. And he passed right in her arms. And that's okay.
That's amazing.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I understand that the Bible says for every man, it's not every woman that have man. It's not every man that have
There's a man for every woman.
Adekule God lied.
We gotta go, man. Don't want to see you again. That's what I'm saying to this lady right now till I see her tomorrow. Gotta go, catch y'all.
Bye.
smart about you, baby. Till the day I found a letter in your bag and then I started going crazy. All I needed was a full-time girl, but you really were a two-time me, shameless lady. Reminiscing on the time I should've listened when they told me you were shady. Now I'm looking at the letter he wrote you, wherever he wrote from, it better be close, cause 1, 2, I packed your bags for you. 3, 4, remember the clothes. 5, 6, I'm gonna sing it again in the remix. That's 7.